impacts of this really vary and all depend on just how long these strikes end up lasting.
The longer it lasts, you'll see prices for all those goods and services start to rise.
From Texas to Maryland and New Jersey to Maine, a massive and potentially costly strike is on. 45,000 workers at 36 East and Gulf Coast ports walked off the job Tuesday. They're demanding higher wages and less reliance on automated machinery.
I think it'll impact Connecticut certainly before it hits the nation. I mean, we do get a lot of our stuff for manufacturing in Connecticut through the ports in New Jersey, so it's definitely relevant.
But just how extensive the impacts are depends on how long the strike lasts.
If it's short-lived, if it's a day or two, the people who run the businesses might feel a little hiccup, or the people who have distribution centers might feel it, but the rest of us probably not.
But if this stoppage lasts multiple weeks,
it'll be a little bit of a whiplash. It's going to be, unfortunately, we'll start to see some spikes. Your local store, you might start to notice them. Then if it goes away, all that'll sort of resume.
Experts say, though, those losses would reverse once the strike ends. It could take upward of a month to clear backlogs.
Once this is over, it'll go back away, but it could make for a hard month or 2 months of higher prices right at a time when we thought we finally had inflation killed.
This strike started after the International Longshoremen Association and port operators failed to reach an agreement. President Biden says he will not invoke the Taft-Hartley Act, an almost 80-year-old law which would force workers back to their jobs while negotiations take place.
The owners are making tens of millions of dollars in this. The last thing they need is to profit off of this.
Connecticut lawmakers joining the president in urging swift negotiations.
I think that the two parties need to resolve these issues, not Congress, not the president. They need to come together and reach an agreement as quickly as possible.
Now, negotiations are still stalled tonight as more than 120 ships are currently on their way to the ports with nowhere to go. And in New York and New Jersey, ships are already anchored there with no sign of movement. Sarah, Brent.